Yeah, buddy.
That was a firm clap.
Do you know what I realised? We are coming up to the 1 year anniversary of golf goals.
What should we do as a
So we're
special?
going to do a 1 year anniversary special.
We need to. So we didn't start till it looks like the end of August, or we might have shot them early August, but we didn't actually figure out how to get them on everything till the end of August. So we need to think about what the 1 year anniversary celebration should look like.
We need to do it with a live studio audience.
I mean, that would be amazing.
How big does he think we are?
I know.
Massive.
Honestly,
Do you know one thing that we need to start doing next year, though, is getting more guests? Because we've got a couple of friends who've said, I'll come and do this, or I'll come on the pod, or I'll do this.
We've got people that want to play.
We need to try and rope people into it.
We've got people that want to play scrambles with us and everything.
People who've never been on a podcast, though, so they might fucking shit their pants.
But that's what we're here for, to coax them through it, because we're seasoned pros.
We're seasoned pros.
Yeah.
Fucking
We're
hell.
vets.
Yeah.
We're vets now.
We're vets at this game.
Celebration. I don't know. What should we do?
Well, I think.
Should we do a special episode where we recap not recap every episode, but we talk through like all the funny bits or things that we've liked to do all the way through.
That involves going through every episode again.
Fuck that.
No, okay. Too much work.
Well, we'll have a think. Anyone
That
let us
means
know
you've got a
how we
plan.
should celebrate our 1 year anniversary?
Yeah.
Let's have a think about it.
We could just go out for a meal.
Yeah, fucking don't film any of it.
Yeah.
Just say we had a great 1 year anniversary. Cheers, boys. Yeah.
Back to not paying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Shall we get into
let
this?
us know in the comments what you think we should do for our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely. Let's go.
get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to Series 4, Episode 4, and we are flying through Series 4. We've changed it up a little bit. We're going to go for a little bit shorter episodes. We're going to trim it down. We're going to go for half an hour episodes, nice and punchy. Sling it on during your commute. Lob it on in the bath. Just have it on in the background. Alexa, get the podcast on for a little half an hour while you're cooking. Like, we just felt like we're going to trim these ones down.
Yeah.
Short, sharp, punchy.
Stop bullets one waffling.
And then when there's a need for a longer one, we'll hit you with a longer one.
Yeah. I mean, but the easiest way to get these down to half hours, you might think it's to talk less. No, it's just to cut bullets out, and we get it down to half an hour anyway. So so we're back. We're right around the 1 year anniversary, as we've just said, but that means that we are now starting a full cycle again.
Yeah.
So we are back.
So does that mean we go back to season 1?
Episode 4.
We have to do a pilot again, though, do we?
We are, when this goes out, we will be a handful of days away from the start of the Premier League 24-25 season. Okay, so we thought what we'd do is, similar vein to what we did last year, we're going to talk FPL. We all like to think we know what we're talking about. We're going to talk FPL. Obviously, reigning champ over there from last season. He had a late surge in the last few weeks of the season and pipped me.
Where's the proof?
Well, I mean, there's actual proof.
Yeah, there's actual proof of this one. Yeah.
So it happened.
So yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So obviously, as the guru, as the fountain of FPL knowledge, which all your mates will be fucking laughing their tits off right now.
Because I was like 30th in the big league.
Yeah, exactly. We've picked our draft team now. What we also know is that tons can change after the first week of the season because, there's people that played at a major tournament, they're still on holiday, they come back late, transfers can still happen. So the first few weeks are always a bit of a lottery, but we've all picked our draft teams.
Yeah.
And we've all sort of said so we can all analyse it. So happy to run through it. I think we'll kick off with the reigning champ.
Absolutely. And
the reigning, defending, undisputed super heavyweight champion of the world.
Class.
Over to you.
Should we do our own golf goals and grapplers league this year?
Yeah,
and try and get
set up a league.
Set up a league. Let's try and get those people in.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah,
we'll share that.
What we'll do is, by the time we've probably put this out, we'll just share the league code. I'll just whack the league code up on the podcast.
And then get as many people as possible.
Get people involved. Yeah. But incidentally, I think what we need to know as well is we set up a Euro 2024 fantasy league.
I won it.
I didn't even look at it. I couldn't get into it. It was shit.
I agree. So there was 7 people that joined it. A couple of people fucked it off halfway through.
Yeah.
I didn't start until after the group phases, so I nenever got going. I only played the knockout phases.
And I won.
A couple of people played all the way through. I think you and one of our mates, Mellors.
Yeah.
Didn't Mellors win?
Mellors won the whole league.
Yeah, Mellors won the whole league.
I
yeah.
won out of us three.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it.
I said to him, he did text me, so well done, Wayne, for
Well done,
winning
Mellors.
a league
Congrats,
where
pal.
No one was
only
asked.
3 of the 70
You've won
people
more
were
than
actually
Arsenal have
bothered.
won, mate. Well done.
That is true,
We'll get you on the pod.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your
Okay,
prize.
Christian, national team's out the window. Doesn't
Yeah.
really matter now, does it?
No.
We're
Shit.
on to the Prem season.
So I'll talk you through my current starting 11.
That's
for
the plan,
That's the
mate.
plan, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to
Well
go through
done.
like the whole team. I'm just
Thanks
gonna-
for clarifying that, mate.
Yeah. So currently, and this will change, likely, based on what your reactions are to the players.
I'm sure you just said. I'm sure
listen
you
to me
just.
talk, does
I'm
he?
sure you just said it's a draft. It's gonna change.
Yeah, but I don't listen. Like you said, I don't listen to him.
You don't fucking listen to anyone by the sounds of
I
it.
don't know. So I've gone for Raya in goal.
Yep.
Arsenal, obviously.
Yep.
I've gone for Ben White.
Okay.
So my theme on my back three, I've gone for back three.
Yep.
They're all full backs.
Okay.
So Ben White, Pedro Porro, and Trent.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my back three.
Yeah.
Midfield 4, I've gone for Luis Diaz, Odegaard, Gordon, and Bowen.
Good. Solid start.
He's changed that from original.
Yeah. I know, he's a cheeky cunt, mate.
Sneaky
I
bastard.
changed Gallagher for Bowen.
He's
Oh
sniffer,
yeah, I
man.
thought you fucking would have done. Originally, right? Let's go.
He
Let's
read
go
this out
back.
yesterday. We slated him for Gallagher.
Yeah.
He's miraculously disappeared.
Suddenly, Conor Gallagher's whimsical and he's gone.
There's a reason why I said this yesterday to you.
Is he on the bench?
No, he's
So
not
you've
the team.
got him out the
Got
whole
rid of him
team.
completely, yeah,
You
yeah,
fucking bottle job.
So that's my midfield 4.
Didn't you have Peter Schmeichel in goal?
I
originally
did,
as
yeah.
well?
Yeah. Weirdly, I don't know how I got him in.
Fucking hell.
And then my front 3, so I've not gone for who you'd probably expect. I ain't gone for Haaland because he's just too expensive. I've gone for Darwin because I think he will kick on. I said this last year, but I think he will.
Last 20 minutes of every game, yeah. Spot
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Solanke,
3 years.
Yeah, Solanke, yeah. One
And-
season wonder, yeah.
Isaac, whatever.
Okay.
however-
I like
however you-
Isak. Good
I
player.
like Isak.
And I've gone for him as my captain for the first game week at the minute because they're playing Southampton at home.
Could
So
be
I
a
think-
Mullery.
Logical.
Could be,
Logical.
could
I've
be.
I like it, yeah, it's good.
And then just to make up the rest of the team, my bench, my sub-keeper is Pope.
Yeah.
I've got Kyle Walker.
Okay.
I've got Elanga.
Okay.
And I've got Mitchell.
Yeah, you ran out of money, didn't you?
Yeah.
We all do. We
Yeah.
all
Hang
do.
on. Hang on. What? Pope and Walker sound expensive.
Walker will probably come into my team.
Pope
but
will be
he's-
4.5, won't he?
Yeah, he's only.
Or is
let's
he
have a look.
5?
No, he's 5.
Okay.
Sounds
Um,
expensive. Subkeeper that. He ain't gonna come on the fucking thing.
And then but Walker, Man City are playing Chelsea away, first game of the season. So
Do
that's
you know
why he's on my
what?
bench.
Do you know what I realised we're walking the Euros? And for City,
He's not a great defender.
He's just out and out pace. He's actually all right defensively, but offers nothing going forward.
No.
Barely gets an assist.
No.
Oh, sorry, mate. Are you going to take him out now, like
Yeah,
Conor
yeah,
Gallagher?
yeah.
Do you know what I think's class? Conor Gallagher, mate. He'll get 15 goals this season.
Can you imagine if Conor Gallagher has
Oh,
a season
mate.
of his life?
So good.
I think Kyle Walker scored quite highly last year, though. And he seems to always be the one that starts. Like
Clean
he
sheet
don't
monster.
ever really come out the team, does
No,
he?
no, he don't know.
Because we haven't really got another fullback, so I'm pretty safe with that.
You're
Rico
not safe with
Lewis.
Nunes, who's likely going to start the season on the bench. Interesting.
Luis
I don't think he will. I think he'll
Luis
start.
Diaz is a weird one.
Well,
Again, I
again,
like Luis Diaz, but
I think Jota gets in ahead of Nunes at number 9.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Luis
sure.
Diaz doesn't really do a great deal.
Luis Diaz, when he went off of his injury and he came back, he looked really ropey. But towards the end of last season, he looked the best player that we had going forward, attacking wise. He didn't return much, but he was forward thinking. He would go past players. He would create stuff. He would
much
have
is
a go. He'd have a go at goal, and he just looked to be creative.
Your midfield is by far the strongest on that. Your midfield's good.
Luis Diaz is only 7.5 mil as well for a midfield striker.
Good.
Like
Yeah.
I think it's a good.
You found the
Good
players,
price.
where the class is a midfielder, but they play striker. Yeah, good, mate. It's average, at which you are average.
Your mum didn't say that. Right, Bullis.
Sorry, Mum, if you're listening.
It's average.
Does your mum
Considering
listen?
My mum listens, yeah.
Does she?
No.
Big up. What's her name?
Well, I'll give you a Twitter handle if you want.
There you go, Bullis. Right, let's
you.
listen. I'll shit your team, isn't
Thank
it?
you.
Okay, so this
Thank
is so just to explain Bullis's approach to FPL is get invested for a couple of months, then just fucking not bother with it from like December time.
Can you give us?
All
Can you
right.
promise us that you're going to bother with it this year? If we've got a golf goals and grapplers league, and we need to put a forfeit on this, whoever comes the lowest out of us, should we do another forfeit?
We can't just play for fun. There's always got to be like, oh, you've got to jump in a fucking fire or something.
Because then he won't stop. He won't just bail out at Christmas, will he? Then
Are you committing to playing all season, or are you not?
I will do my best.
Fucking politician.
And that's all I can do.
Brilliant.
No, I will.
You have to do a podcast in your pants if you lose.
I'll play all season.
Okay.
I will play all season.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, mate? Let's read it out.
I've, like Christian, I've got David Raya in goal.
Good start.
Solid keeper. I've got, going to what you said, clean sheet monsters.
Yeah.
I've got Branthwaite.
Oh, mate, just stop now. You may as well not even start, mate. Fucking shite.
Why?
Relegation battle.
He should have gone to the Euros, though.
Relegation battle.
Yeah.
Why? Where did you have Everton in your league?
12th, mate.
There you go. Relegation battle.
Class.
Go on.
That ain't gone out, by the way, so tune in for episode 4 where we predict our Premier League tables.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we're on 3 now, aren't we?
No,
We're on
this
4
is
now.
4,
Oh,
mate.
all right, I'll edit that out.
Just leave it in. So
Leave the
Branthwaite,
incompetence in.
Saliba and Anderson from Palace. They're my back 3.
That's weak.
Anderson chips in with a few goals.
Yeah.
And then my midfield, I think this is where it's at, my midfield.
Yeah.
Palmer, Foden, Son, Eze and Gordon.
I mean, that's very strong.
Excellent.
Very, very
Yeah.
strong. But you can tell because your defence is weak as shit.
Yeah.
Saliba, Branthwaite and Anderson's weak as shit.
Yeah.
For points.
Yeah.
We're not saying they're bad players, we're saying for FPL.
Yeah, FPL points.
It's not the best, is it?
So
They all scored highly last season. I researched this. I put a lot of time
you
and
can't
thought
just
into
go
this.
highest point scorer from last season and go, yo,
Whoa, hang on, 1 minute. Why have you got Kyle Walker?
because he's cheap
And
he plays.
what did you say about 2
He
minutes
scored
ago?
okay.
There you go.
He wasn't highest, but he scored well.
Did I say they were highest?
Tactical,
Did I
mate.
say they were highest?
Let's
I said they scored well.
let's listen to your poor up front.
Isak and Havertz.
He's getting after your team, mate.
Getting his head already.
Isak and Havertz.
Yeah.
Havertz is
it's
a bag of wank as well, isn't he? He offers nothing. Offered nothing at Chelsea, nothing at Arsenal.
Mate, he's shredding your team right now, mate.
All right, yeah. Darwin Núñez.
That is shit.
Cult hero.
Yeah, Darwin Núñez and 1 season wonder Solanke.
Darwin Núñez, hat-trick, beginning of the first game of the season.
Is it, sorry, one of you at some point before the Prem starts going to be, this is Darwin's season this season? Because you've said it last 3 seasons.
I ain't said it 3 seasons.
Come on, you're a dick rider.
He's only been there 2 seasons.
Exactly.
He likes it at Benfica.
That's why the first season it was shit. Because he wanted it. Yeah, no, that's good. Who's on your bench?
My bench is just made up full of shit because I spent a lot of money.
On your midfield.
Your midfield is immense.
Yeah.
Danny Ward, Howard Bellis, Robinson from Fulham, who might come in at some
Robinson's not a bad shout. I had him originally.
point. And Joao Pedro.
yeah, that
Shellhead.
is.
Joao,
Nice,
yeah,
mate, nice.
just fill it up.
Yeah.
Your midfield's great. You hopefully get a lot of points from there because you're not getting points anywhere else, mate. Right, the one with the least football knowledge
Let's
Are you fucking joking?
just before you start, right? My team has been set for about a week. How many transfers did you make from yesterday after
One.
we shredded Conor Gallagher?
One. I can't
Just-
make more than one,
just
more than
one.
one transfer.
Of course you can. You get free
So-
transfers until the season
Okay,
starts.
so yours was done a week ago. You've been tinkering with yours.
Yeah.
I did mine on the shitter this morning, in about 3 minutes. So I hadn't tinkered at all. I just spent 100 mil exactly.
And he just press random.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you can do well, isn't it? Spend 100 million.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
So in goal, I've gone for Pickford. It makes a lot of saves.
Fucking
and
shit relegation battle.
know.
Shit relegation battle.
No, mate. I've changed my tact on keepers the last couple of seasons. I used to go for either Edison or Allison, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they
the ones
started
that make the most saves.
Them
Yeah.
teams started conceding a goal a game, which
Yeah.
is nothing.
No.
Yeah.
So I've gone for Pickford in goal. My back 3 is Trent, Vardiol, who started banging the goals in
Yeah,
the back
he's
end of
class
last
guy,
season.
yeah.
Although Pep roulette. And then Anderson is my other 3 at the back. In midfield, I've gone for Cole Palmer, Phil Foden. I've gone for Jota in the same vein as someone went for Diaz, in the sense that they'll probably play Jota as a 9, and I've got him in
Jota
my
a
midfield.
midfielder?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's in midfield.
That's wild.
I know. So I've gone for Palmer, Foden, Jota, and obviously my dick rider, Kudus,
Yeah.
as well in
Yeah,
midfield. And then I've gone for 3 up front, which is Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney, and Mateta from Palace.
Mateta's a
Strong.
good shout.
I think that's a strong team.
It's a strong team. And then
Anderson's
obviously
a ropey.
my bench isn't that bad considering that I've spent decent. So I've
Is it
got
Haaland, Salah,
I've got
De Bruyne?
I've got Areola in goal as my backup keeper. Then I've got Brennan Johnson, who plays right wing forward,
Yeah.
but again
Yeah, decent, yeah.
as a midfielder.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah.
get him up,
that's
mate.
wild, that.
Luca Digne, who's a
Yeah.
wing back, so I can probably tag him in for Anderson if Anderson's not fucking
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
anything. And then my last one is a wild one, right? But he's probably Southampton's best player. Bednarek as my backup centre back.
Okay. I mean, your bench is always going to be.
He turns up with a
Bit weak.
headed goal every now and again. I mean, he's never going to start. He's in position 15.
How many headed goals did he score last season?
Let me Google this.
Is that your right? This is testing his
21,
excessive,
mate. 21 goals last season, mate. That's decent for the championship.
That's not bad, is
Your
it?
excessive knowledge of the championship's impressive.
Yeah, I know, mate. I mean, let's... Yeah.
Does he play for Leeds or Southampton?
I'm looking forward to Leeds in the Prem next season.
Me too, mate. Can't wait.
Good team.
Oh, can't you just promoted Leeds?
So, overall, I've got the best team on paper, haven't I?
No,
Who has?
me.
Oh, fuck off.
And there's no way. There's no way your team stacks up against my team.
My team is
Mine
ridiculous.
stacks up
Yours is the worst. You've got the best midfield, but everything else is shit.
Yeah.
You've
Hang on,
got a better
wait a
team than
minute.
his,
Yeah.
but yours isn't as good as mine.
How is my forward line the West? Isak and Havertz.
Havertz is crap.
Mid, mate, mid.
What's Mateta?
He was fucking monstrous last season.
That's
So was Havertz.
Mateta's a shout because at the end of last season he was an absolute beast, but I don't think he'll continue that.
No,
so
maybe
I
not,
think
but we all
you'll
said
transfer
that-
him out
And
after
Ivan
a
Toney's
couple of
going
weeks.
to get banned again.
He's had a summer to do some bets, hasn't he? So he's been twiddling
yeah,
his
that's
thumbs
true,
for.
mate. Yeah, I might have to sub him out after game week 1
He
because
didn't play much in the Euros, did he? So he'll have been
Now,
sat there.
let's just clarify this. Our starting teams won't stay the same.
No.
Who was it? I was talking to someone. I can't remember who it was a couple of days ago. You might know this. Did Ivan Toney used to play for Scunthorpe United?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
That is wild. And someone said, I went to a Scunthorpe game when Ivan Toney played, and he didn't look. This was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
He didn't look interested. He kept kicking the ball out of play.
I think he was at Newcastle. We had him on loan from
He
Newcastle.
was in on goal and he kept passing it out to the wing. And he said, I turned to my dad and he was just like, if I didn't know better, this guy was fucking deliberately not wanting to score. That was 10 years ago. And then 10 years later, he gets done for fucking
Yeah,
match
there you
fixing.
go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was like, I'm adamant. I said to my dad, like, who was I talking to? Don't know. Someone memorable.
If you remember that and you're watching, if you remember the conversation.
Scunny United had a host of decent strikers like Billy Sharp.
Yeah.
They went on to do big things. Do you remember John Stead who went to Huddersfield when they were in the Prem?
No, never heard of him.
John Stead.
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
Huddersfield.
Blue and white.
All right, guys, let us know what you think about our 3 teams. Obviously, lots is going to change in the first few weeks of the season. Drop in the comments your teams if you think that your team is going to smash our teams.
Do you know what's interesting though? Not one of us have picked Haaland. Not one of us have picked Salah yet.
I just, based on last season, I mean, the fact that Haaland's gone up in value after last
15
season
million.
is wild to me. And Salah's just too hit and miss.
He's still 12.5 mil as well. He's the highest
yeah.
midfielder.
Yeah, and obviously he shaved his head, so he might have lost all his superpower.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
So
do
you just don't know,
Unpredictable.
mate. Exactly. So yeah, post your teams up.
Yep.
Like I said, we've probably shared our code to join our fantasy league.
And we've probably changed our team fully, and it's not that at all.
Yeah. So we'll take a little break here, and we'll come back for part 2. All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of this episode. So obviously we've taken you through our fantasy teams. We're going to talk more generally about football. I want to get your thoughts, boys, in terms of some, predictions for the season ahead. This is where I'm probably at my weakest, so if you don't mind, I'll be question master.
I predict there'll be 38 games.
I think Leeds will do well this year.
Yeah, I think Leeds will do well in the Premier League. Yeah.
I do. So,
Bednarek will score 21 headers.
Yeah.
last season, probably the surprise package. If we start with surprise packages, probably the surprise package of last season was probably Villa finishing the Champions League places. Who are you eyeing up as that potential surprise package this season, based on what you know?
For me, Crystal Palace.
Okay.
I think although Elise is gone,
Good manager.
They've got a great manager. They settled really well under him. I think they'll sign some good players, and I think they'll finish. They'll push for 8th.
Yeah, we've got
them
high in our
Yeah,
Premier
yeah.
League predictions. We all think they're a good team.
Yeah.
What about you, Christian? Have you got a surprise package?
It pains me to say it, but I do think Man United will do a lot better this year.
Yeah, you've got them 4th, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got them high in my prediction. So
What makes you think that though?
I don't know. I just think there's going to be a turning point where they've been poor for a number of years now, consecutively, haven't they? Since Fergie left, haven't they? They've not really hit any good form. I just think there's going to be a point where things are going to change for them, and I think now they've made the decision to keep Ten Hag and persevere with him and move it forward. If some of their players I don't know what they're going to do with Sancho. He's come back into the fold, hasn't he? He's played a few pre-season friendlies. Whether they're going to get rid of him or not, I don't know. Whether these new players they brought in, they might have a good impact on the squad. I just feel like they're going to do something this year. I think they're going to be better. So they're ones that I'm thinking will do well.
What do you think, mate?
I'm just thinking about my Premier League predictions. I haven't really got anybody in a shocking position.
No.
I've got everybody to sort of finish where we would all probably, anyone that knew anything about football would expect people to finish.
be.
I've got Palace high, like you guys.
Do you think there's a surprise, not in a good way, a surprise that you think, oh,
Yeah, Forest. Because I've got Forest to go down.
wow.
And, you know, they spend big. They've spent big every summer. Just can't seem to get that team going.
No.
One of your Southampton to finish quite high.
I had
didn't you?
Southampton to finish out of the relegation. Only just, though.
I had Southampton to go down.
You
I
had
had
Leeds to go down.
I had
Yeah,
Southampton
did
to go down.
Yeah.
How do we think the promoted team's going to do then?
I don't think all three will go down. I think if Leicester don't get a points deduction, I think they'll stay up.
Yep.
But if they get the points deduction, they're down in that bottom three because I don't think they've got enough to recoup.
I
what it looks like.
don't think they've got enough anyway. If they're relying on 38-year-old Jamie Vardy,
Is he not retired?
He's got another year
He's kept going, has he?
I don't think they've got enough to stay up.
The gap nowadays,
Yeah.
honestly, the gap is massive.
Unless you've gone straight back down and you've bounced straight back up again.
Well,
I
Leicester
think-
have.
Yeah, but they've lost a lot of players because they had PSR issues, didn't they?
Yeah, lost Maddison, lost Tielemans,
Barnes.
lost all them Barnes. Yeah.
Iheanacho's going.
Is he?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're losing a lot of players, and I think unless you go down and bounce straight back up again, you've got the parachute payments. Burnley will probably come straight back up again at the end of this season, but unless you've got that and you've got the money there, the gap's massive. Look at Ipswich. Ipswich having to spend 120 million quid on championship players.
I can't see Ipswich doing anything this year.
No,
There'll be another team that
they've
get
got-
absolutely dicked.
They've got a very good manager, but I just don't think they've got enough in the squad.
That's who Liverpool got first game of the season, isn't it? 12:30
Yeah,
kickoff away at Ipswich.
12:30 kickoff for Liverpool's not great.
Against any team, it's not great,
Yeah.
is it?
We never tied up at 12:30 for some wild reason.
How ironic is it that Klopp was whinging about the 12:30 time slot and Liverpool have got that on the first game?
Well,
Yeah.
it's because we've got such a huge following in Asia.
Yeah, we've got a big pub.
Yeah.
That it's 7:30
So it can be
PM at night
televised,
in
yeah,
Asia,
yeah.
and that's why we get it. It's all comes down to marketing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the bottom of the table. Talk about the top of the table. We all saying that we can't look past Man City going 5 in a row.
No.
No.
5 in a row though is disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah.
100%.
It's getting like Germany.
It's worse than the dominance of the Man United era where they won like 6 in 8 years.
Yeah.
5 in a row is just incredulous.
Incredulous,
Is that a word?
great
Yeah.
word.
Nice.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
I like that. Can you spell it?
Yeah, incredulous.
And you mentioned another surprise. I don't think Chelsea will do great, and I'm gonna throw out a wild card.
Go on.
Enzo Maresca will be sacked by Christmas.
Okay. We'll see. Well,
Why is
tomorrow's
that wild? It's Chelsea. It's very believable.
We'll start after game one.
I don't think.
Yeah, I've got Chelsea to come 5th, and I might have gone a bit early on that.
I've got them 5th.
Yeah.
I think I've got them 5th, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I think they'll do all right this year. I think Chelsea will do
You
fine.
also think Man United will do all right this year?
Yeah, we'll see at the end of the season, mate. We'll see who's right.
We will. Yeah.
So, being Liverpool fans, let's talk. Let's do the last 5 minutes of the pod. Let's
I was
talk a
gonna say,
little bit about
we've
Liverpool.
not spoken about Liverpool much on
Try not
and
to,
rightly
trying to be
so.
less
Yeah,
biased
That's
about
an
it.
active. That's an
Yeah.
active thing to do because it's not a Liverpool podcast. We don't
Impartiality.
want to alienate all the fans.
We're not stick to football. We don't dick around Man United.
Yeah, exactly. So so just let's talk a little bit about Liverpool. Your hopes for the season. I think I said this either to you guys or on a different podcast altogether. I've never been so least excited about a start of season than I have for Liverpool in many years. In the last 8 years since Klopp went, and it's not just the Klopp factor, but it's the a lot of it's the Klopp factor.
I think we're still, like you said the other day, we're still in a bit of mourning around it all, around the whole situation.
But also we haven't strengthened
Yeah.
yeah,
anywhere.
Yeah.
So if anything, we finished 3rd last season with this squad. We haven't strengthened. You could argue that obviously the midfield rebuild that took place last season, they've had a full season now, so will that get stronger? I don't know. What's your thoughts? Are we any different?
My
Not at the minute, are
my
we?
thing with that is about not signing anyone. I'm not surprised. we'll do stuff late in the window or later in the window because
That's not like us, though.
no. But when you think about it, a new manager comes in and he's barely had a chance to look at the full squad. Van Dijk and many players have been on European duty or Copa America duty, so he hasn't had a chance to see everyone. So he hasn't had a chance to weigh everything up. So it's going to be until he sees that. He'll do a bit of business late in the window. We'll get a defensive midfielder in. We'll probably get another 1 or 2 in, and then by the time the window shuts, we'll
The
be
thing
fine.
is with that, yes, he hasn't had much time to see the team play, but he'll have analysed videos of us playing last season and know where the weaknesses are. So there's no excuse really not to go out and plug that.
Of course, there's an excuse. What do you think he was doing? He sat on his ass with his thumb up his ass. He was managing a team.
Any activity now that happens between now and the start of the season at Liverpool will not be for the senior squad. It'll all be 18, 19-year-olds that go into the academy and the up-and-comers. There's going to be future stars. I don't think we'll do anything at the senior squad level. I think we're going with the squad we've got now.
No, I think we'll bring in two for the first team.
There's not even so much as a fucking mute of what that would be or where that would be in the squad though.
And
there's been a couple of, but you don't look at transfer rumours.
And to a degree, that Liverpool are quite
rightly
silent
so.
with their transfer business, aren't they? Usually, it's like you don't hear anything and boom.
Right,
Yeah, but
someone's
I don't mean like fucking rumours like Mbappe's coming and all that shit.
No.
I mean like this slot guy going, yeah, we're short of a centre back, or yeah, we're short of a right back. And then at least you think, oh well, at least they're fucking thinking about getting a right back.
Yeah.
There's been nothing.
The problem
whatsoever.
with that is though, if you're a manager of a big team like that and you just come in and you say to the press, we're short of a centre back, how the fuck does that look to the centre backs that you've got?
Well,
You aren't going to come out and openly say we need A, B, C, D, because as soon as you say that, the teams put the prices up.
no, but people do say that though, where they're like, I've got injuries, or so I need a fourth centre back, or they're not saying they're going to displace Van Dijk and Canate.
No, not. But that's what I mean. Until everyone comes back, you can't weigh it up.
I just don't care about slot. I'm now in this position where for the last 8 years, you loved your manager. You loved the manager, right?
It's the Fergie effect at Man United, isn't it?
We were spoilt with Klopp.
Yeah. Whereas now, I'm following Liverpool and I'll support Liverpool because they're my team, but you've lost the manager factor. Like, this slot guy does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
It's the Fergie effect and the Wenger effect at Man
there'll be a
United,
hangover.
Man United and Arsenal. And when Guardiola leaves Man City, it'll be that effect as well.
That's what worries me, is that although Klopp left the squad in a really good position, as in we were playing fairly well, we were quite successful, I still worry about a new manager coming in and the effect that will have and how long it will take for the club to kind of get that traction again. So I'm worried that we'll take a little step back initially, and this season might be a poor one, and then we'll kick on after that.
Well, let's not
especially with
forget
Champions League.
not forget last season technically was poor.
Yeah.
Finished third, didn't compete in any trophies.
Yeah.
So like, but obviously Klopp got a free pass because it was his last year.
Yeah.
Didn't win the Carabao Cup last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck off.
No, I'm just saying.
I accidentally walked past Wembley and won that once. Right, it's bullshit. But yeah, like we didn't really compete. We didn't go deep in any tournament. We just whimpered out the title race.
We got knocked out in the Europa by the winners, Atalanta, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'd like to think this year, top 4 and a decent Champions League run.
We'll finish.
I'd be happy with that because I think
we'll finish third and get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
I think we'll
take
finish
that.
top 4, not because we're particularly spectacular, but because, like you
nothing
were saying,
else around it.
there's nothing around it really that's going to challenge them top 3.
There's the top 3 are too far away from
There's a gulf,
for
isn't there?
everybody
Yeah,
else.
between the-
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Final predictions then, boys. Let's get some early predictions. So I want you to predict who's going to be player of the season, who's going to be young player of the season, and who's going to finish top goal scorer of the Premier League for 24-25. Christian, shall we come across to you first?
top goal scorer. I will go with Haaland.
Boo. Boring.
Very boring.
Boring.
Boring, but I think it'll happen.
Not Darwin Núñez, who's going to come good.
What was that last bit you did? I don't know. I don't even know what I did.
No, I don't think anyone's going to get close to Haaland. I don't think Cole Palmer will have a season like he had last year where he bags that many goals.
I don't.
I don't think Salah will score as many goals as he. I think he'll still get over 20, like he always does every season. He seems to get over 20, doesn't he? But I don't think he'll go to the dizzy heights he has done before. And I can't think of any other striker in the league really that will push for that.
Okay.
So Haaland, top goal scorer.
Player of the season?
Player of the season. Player of the season. This is a toughie, this one.
You want to come in while he's having a think?
Yeah.
Player of the season, Rodri.
Okay. Best player in the world right now, Rodri?
Without
Think
doubt.
he'll Ballon d'Or?
Potentially. Spain won the European Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get Ballon d'Or.
If he'd have
Champions
won, if he'd have won
League,
the
Premier
Euros
League.
the same year that he'd won the treble,
Euro.
nailed on.
yeah. Or if he'd have won the Champions League and then the Euros, he'd have won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Top goal scorer, I'm going to go Ollie Watkins.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Ollie Watkins will have another great season. And I just don't want to say Haaland because it's boring.
I'm going to say Haaland. Just similar to what Christian was saying about... I just can't see Cole Palmer, Watkins maintaining the levels that they hit last season.
No, Palmer was too relied on at Chelsea. And teams will figure out a way to stop him.
Even, let's not forget, Aston Villa performed above the level. They played out their skin last season, and Watkins obviously got them 20-odd goals, whatever. They're playing Champions League this season. Yeah. It's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't see him hitting those levels again.
Same.
So,
Do you know what? Can I change my pick?
Yeah.
I'm going Ollie Watkins. Isak.
Yeah, Isak's a good shout.
Isak. Yeah. No European football.
Yeah.
Just
straight. He's quality in front of goal, isn't he?
Yeah, he's lethal,
he's
mate.
Deadly.
Player of the season.
Weird,
player of the season for me is, I think he'll continue to now go to the next level. Is Phil Foden.
Yeah.
He's probably now De Bruyne is 33 and his legs are gone.
Yeah.
I think Foden now takes that mantle as the best player in the Prem.
Yeah, I would agree.
The best player in the Premier League.
Better than Rodri.
Yeah, they're so different, aren't they? It's difficult to do that. Like you could say, Van Dijk.
When you talk about player of the season, when you talk about best players and stuff like that, you automatically think of someone who's attacking minded.
He offers more than Rodri.
Yeah. Assists, goals.
Let's not underestimate. Rodri is a fucking iron wall.
Yeah. My thing with that is, if you take Phil Foden out of that team, Man City can still win and still perform.
Yeah, Rodri's more important to City.
If you take Rodri out of that team,
but Rodri doesn't hit the headlines, does he?
No,
and that is so understated.
Yeah.
Young player of the season.
What do we define? What do we define as young player of the season?
Up to 23, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gerald Quansah. Go with that.
fucking Quansah.
You fucking dick rider.
I'm going to go Kudus.
Is he under 23?
Yeah.
Does his passport say he's under 23?
I mean, Africans' passports say what they want, don't they? Like, I'm not joking here, but George Weah was like 55 and he was 29 in Italy.
Yeah. Obafemi Martins.
Yeah. Like, they're just... JJ Kocher was not 29, he was 44.
What a player JJ Kocher was.
I know. They just make up as they go on.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
I'm going to go... I think he's under 23. Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, I love Anthony Gordon. Good player.
I'm going to go with Anthony Gordon.
It's a shame he didn't go to Liverpool when there was all that FPL mess.
He still might do.
Can't see it. Who would he displace? Diaz. Yeah.
He offers more, I think.
Yeah.
You
Also,
changed your tune last year. When we did the swap or drop or whatever, you said you'd keep Diaz, and we said we'd drop him.
Yeah, I'd still keep him. But Gordon offers more.
I think, I don't know.
We've established the fact, and we established this a few seasons back. You're an overly passionate Liverpool fan. He's a very underly passionate, if that's a word. He's very blasé Liverpool fan. I'm very neutral.
Yeah, definitely. I just think Diaz, when he came on the scene, he was absolutely electric. He had that injury which put him back.
Who would you rather have? Diaz or Gordon?
Diaz.
Would you?
Yeah.
All day?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think
I don't like the look of Gordon.
Because it looks like Claire Bolton.
Yeah.
Diaz has got less end product, but Diaz is good to watch, like flary. But he ain't got the end product that Gordon's got.
No.
Yeah.
Gordon's pressed on so much since he's left Everton and gone to Newcastle.
How would you feel as an Everton fan if 2 seasons later, one of your best players, best young players now playing for Liverpool?
But
it's
is he a
unheard
Liverpool
of,
fan, though?
Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan.
It's unheard of, though, isn't it? Like in today's modern football.
There's
certain clubs where you still cannot go 2-2. And the argument is, well, he's gone to Newcastle and then come back, so it's less.
Yeah.
But he's still in a short period.
He's still gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who I'll put out there as a shout for young player of the season?
Yep.
And this is because in my group, I've got a couple of Leeds fans, I've got a couple of Spurs fans, and they keep raving about him. Archie Gray. Apparently, he's had a really good pre-season. Technically, a really good player.
I don't know if he's going to get game
Spurs.
time.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to get game time.
Oh, who else in that midfield though? With Spurs, they were really light last year.
Bissouma.
Yeah, but they were really light last year, weren't they? Because Madison went out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I think
I mean,
he's a 6 and he's a DM.
Could be Maino. Might be young player of the season if he
I was
kicks
going
on.
to say that, but I didn't want to sound like a fucking Man United dick rider. So
Yeah, you've bummed him enough.
I know.
I think Maino needs to add a little something to his game if he's going to be young player of the year.
He does.
Like a better club.
He does. Yeah.
He might get his big move. And
He does, and I also think Man United need to buy someone who's good enough to sit next to him, so he don't get dragged around.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys. Right, well, that's the Premier League FPL in the books. Like I said on part 1, let us know what your teams are. Let us know if we've had an absolute shocker. And obviously, join our Fantasy Premier League. And yeah, the next time we'll see you, it will probably be a couple of weeks into the Prem season. So we'll see you soon.
Best of luck. Bye.
Peace.